Now we're gonna go step 2. Look at the previous day. I think today is the last day of the month. Let's go out with a bang. Yesterday I had 1 L and 1 break even. The day before that I had 1 break even. It could be a possible long idea, but I definitely would rather be in on shorts. 50 isn't bad, it'll just need a decent push. I took this trade a couple seconds ago. It already came down. What the hell? Making money online, I chose it. Nothing happened by accident. Nothing was just thrown at me. I had to make all this happen. Follow the process, follow the plan, keep doing things that are gonna build us in the discipline, build us being patient, being consistent in other ways, because how we do one thing is how we do everything. Don't lose more time than you've already lost. Don't waste any more time than you've already wasted. You only have now. You don't have tomorrow. You don't have yesterday. If you can't stick to one system or strategy, you will never be successful, because that is the easy part. And good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video. I'm Andre Diaz, 22-year-old day trader, self-employed, content creator, entrepreneur, whatever you want to call me. All I know is today it is Wednesday, July 30th. I think today is the last day of the month. So let's go out with a bang. Yesterday I had 1 L and 1 break even. The day before that I had 1 break even. If I can catch a good trade today, I can make back all the losses plus some. Well, the 1 loss, the other break evens. But that's the goal right now. Follow the process, follow the plan, and then maybe we can make some money. So with that being said, I'm gonna stop yapping. About to get in the call. We got 33 people waiting for us. So let's see what we can do. New day, new money. If you wanna work with me one-on-one to get access to these calls like I have every single day, access to be working with you one-on-one, to get access to the course content, the trading, all of that stuff to change your life, to make your first 5 figures, you can apply in the first link in the description. But with that being said, let's get straight to work. Take your ass away, Mr. If I can pass this shit next week, get a payout, Mr. Get that trade and be gone. Hey, they're even better. Even more reason. You good. Enjoy it. Enjoy your Wednesday. Trust. It's Wednesday, we got all this news, and you already done. So I mean, if I were you, I wouldn't have showed up. You talking about when am I here? I wouldn't have been here today. This would have been y'all. I don't know. The last couple of days I've been on Nas, and Nas been bitching. But 30 is like, I'd rather get stopped out and at least go in my direction. Like, Nas just be proving me wrong. I just be wrong as fuck. Just like wrong as fuck. Like that high yesterday, look, you wanna know my trade? this was my long. First glance, the only main thing that I like is a possible short from this, what is the daily gap up here around the 50% to 38.20% on the fib, but I don't know if it makes more sense to try to take price up to there. But in terms of waiting for price to go up to there, I would wanna push a little bit, retrace into the 1 hour gap before running those highs to then try to take advantage of it. That could be a possible long idea, but I definitely would rather be in on shorts, but I'm just following what the market gonna do. I think that will be my first opportunity of the day. We'll see. 30's been better for me than Nas. So you know what, just gotta trust the process. Damn, it already came retraced. What would the 50-point stop loss look like? 50 isn't bad, it'll just need a decent push. And I'm gonna trust it right here. I'm gonna get my entry going into 9:30 at this 1 hour gap, looking for price to push higher. 50-point stop loss. My TP1 would be like right above where my entry for the shorts would have been, but I'm looking for 1 to 2. Overall, I would be more bearish, but I can't sell from anywhere here. If I want to sell, I would want it to push first. So with that thought process, I'd rather just wait for it to push. And if I'm wrong and it is short from here, then I'll watch a possible short after it maybe drops, but based off of where it is right now, I need it to push for me to take my shorts. So we're gonna see, we in a little bit of drawdown now. Let's see what it can do. Got 9:30. Damn, just about to be a Nas 2.0. Nas 2.0? Yo, Nas 2.0. Don't stop me out yet. God damn. God damn. There was no need for that. This is like yesterday. If you were wild work right there. That was probably, I don't know if that was a faster L than yesterday. That's like the same shit. This is what happened to me on that. This week is something. How long ago did I take this trade? I took this trade a couple seconds ago. It already came down. What the hell? It didn't even 9:30 yet. I wasn't going short from there. So honestly, I took my chance with that shit. That shit fried me. I'm just always doing around the same point stop loss, 30 to 50 points. That's just what I know works. Like in this case, 50 points puts my low, my stop loss like right below this low. So if it's wrong and completely just starts dropping crazy, then I know it's just wrong. But I'm just trying to give it a second to see what it's gonna do. Because I do like the longs more than I like the shorts, but I'm just trying to make sense of an actual entry right now. But right now, I think this area with this 4 hour gap could make the most sense, but that also could be the area that it just bamboozles. But I think I might. entry right here. I'm gonna trust it, have my stop loss below. If it does what it did the first time, it just drops and stops me out, I'm done. I'm gonna walk away. Tomorrow, I'm gonna take a day off. I'm gonna show up to the charts, probably in a fucking, I don't even know. But this is my last trade. I'm gonna come in here wearing a fucking goofy costume, because that's how I'm gonna feel, goofy. But this is my last trade of the day. Longs on US 30. I'm in at this 4 hour for value gap. I think it's gonna, I'm looking for it to invert it essentially though, but it's at the 50% of the range. If this is wrong, it just keeps dropping. Like I said, I can't make any sense of the longs as not longs, the shorts. If I want the shorts, I at least got a false break or for value gap fill, and I don't got neither of those. So sticking to what I can see. This week has been interesting. That shit is falling. Is at least 30 falling? Is NAS falling with it? Cause damn. All this, like these were two fast L's. Two fast L's. Let's see, is NAS falling? NAS is pushing. Hey, we're short in general. This is something that I would want to take a trade on, but all the other stuff I also would want to take a trade on. It's just been getting fried turkey. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt. But I am indeed going to be calling it a day. As of right now, when it comes to the charts, you win some, you lose some. Today was an L day. As of right now, it's been a pretty L week. I think it has to do with NFP week and everything. Since Friday, I think it's NFP. It's pretty slow, it's pretty choppy. The trade ideas I had got stopped out just for it to go my direction. It's the same thing that happened yesterday. I got stopped out at break even, and then it went all the way down to TP3. Same thing today. Instead of his stop loss went back up. When it went back up, I got my entry again because I was assuming it was gonna more than likely keep pushing. Nope, went right back down, whipped me out again, and then guess what? It went right back up. So I'm like, damn, all right. But I'm not gonna sit here and try to overtrade over risk, because I could try to get into a trade to make it back, but it doesn't make sense, and I can't make sense of it following my system, following my plan. I did what I was supposed to. I took an L. Move on. We still got 2 trading days left. I didn't make the money that I lost, so right now I have the L from yesterday, and I have the 2 L's today, so I'm down 3 trades this week. If I catch 1 trade, I'll make 2, 3 of them back. So we just gotta stay down, be patient, and we'll likely make it all back Friday. So we just gotta follow the process, follow the plan, keep doing things that are gonna build us in the discipline, build us being patient, being consistent in other ways, because how we do one thing is how we do everything. But I do gotta hop on a one-on-one call with a student. So right now it is approximately 10:40. Let's hop on this call. What's going on, Birdie? How you doing? Shit, that's what I like to hear.
Well, so while I was in college, I first started my freshman year of college, I believe, 2019. And then as we progressed, I only really had time to do it in the off season. So once I did.
All right, and just like that, we just got done the call with my student, my boy TJ. But besides that, now I'm about to get my day started. I need to shower up. I'm going to clean up. I think my girlfriend has work later. I think she's out there cleaning up the house, so I'm going to go help her. And then, yeah, you'll probably see me after I showered up and everything. But, yeah, L day, but we move on. We live to trade another day. L's are going to happen, but it's about how you're going to control yourself after they happen. Simple as that. The best traders do lose, but they know how to handle the losses. All right, we made it back from the gym, got a great workout. What I've been doing is I just been getting the content. So majority of the vlog that you're watching right now, I just got done, well, not even just got done, I just got done editing up to the point that we are at right now. So everything right now is me editing new vlogs. So for the people behind the scenes, you wanna know how I'm able to consistently post so much, you gotta take advantage, you gotta have urgency. Once you get that content recorded, start editing it. Once you get that content edited, post that shit. Once you got it posted, on to the next, and you gotta keep on going. And with that being said, I'm about to get into, as you can see, I just sent myself 4 reels via airdrop from my laptop that I'm about to post on my Instagram. I already got 2 posted, plus these, that'll be 6 for the day, plus any other ones that I do make. But yeah, just gotta keep on going. I try to get a bare minimum of 10,000 views on my reels per day. So we're gonna try to make it happen. I hit my goal yesterday, hit my goal the day before that. Let's continue to try to hit our goal. I can't control if I'm gonna hit it, but all I can control is what? My input. The more reels I post, the less views I gotta get per reel to be able to get that 10,000 views per day. So Let's make it happen one day at a time. Have a system, have a plan, and just make that shit happen. And then after that, I'm gonna go clean up the balcony because the rain and storms have been fucking it all up. So I'm gonna go clean that up so I can actually go out there and chill again. Because I like being on my balcony. I like being able to enjoy the sun. So that's the plan. But yeah, let me get this content posted and I'm see you on the balcony. All right, just cleaned up the balcony a little bit just so I can actually sit up here. For the person that commented saying that I'm procrastinating and getting this part, you are indeed right. I am procrastinating and I need to be stopped. I am sorry. It looks like it's mad cloudy, foggy. I don't know. I feel like there's a forest fire or fire somewhere from this excessive heat. But you know what? That's why I moved to Florida. Crazily enough, to get into the place that has hurricanes, get into the place that has forest fires compared to having the place that has blizzards that gets you snowed inside, that you got to turn on your car 20, 30 minutes before you leave the house because it's freezing and you don't want to freeze to death. So yes, I chose the forest fires. I chose the hurricanes over that shit, and I will still choose that shit any day of the month, any day of the year, all day long, because this is what I wanted. This is the goal that I set for myself. I knew when I put my back against the wall moving out to Florida at 19 years old. If you want more on my story, just look at the highest viewed videos on my YouTube channel. It'll give you a little bit of the story. I don't want to go too much in that. But everything that I chose to do right now was literally a choice. Everything that I did was my decision. I chose all of this. This penthouse, I chose it. Being in Florida, I chose it. This chain, this watch, I chose it. Being able to do whatever I want, live on my own, making money online, I chose this. Nothing happened by accident. Nothing was just thrown at me. I had to make all this happen. I was making my own money, trading full time, lost a whole lot of money, had to go back to working a job. Once I had to go back to working a job, just had to start all over, do the same thing. And I had to prove to myself multiple times, after leaving my job, multiple times, after going full-time trader multiple times, failing multiple times. I proved to myself that I can do it, and that's where I am right now. Who knows? What if I got to go back to a job in 1 year, 2 years? Who knows? But everything that I went through was to prepare me so that I don't have to do that. Was to let me know exactly what not to do so I don't gotta let that happen again. Who knows, maybe it does. And if it does, it's my fault because I didn't do the proper things and I didn't learn from my experiences. I didn't learn from my else, right? And you're the same way. You're gonna keep going through the same things until you learn from it. If you're not learning from your losses, they will keep on happening until you do. And it's gonna be the most difficult thing in the world. You're gonna lose money, you're gonna lose blood, sweat, tears, and worstly, you're gonna lose time. Don't lose more time than you've already lost. Don't waste any more time than you've already wasted. You only have now. You don't have tomorrow. You don't have yesterday. All you have is now. Tomorrow isn't promised. Yesterday doesn't exist. All you have is now. What are you going to do today? What are the daily actions you're going to take today to get closer to your dreams? We all want the same things, but who's gonna put in the work and actually make it happen? That's the real question. But enough with yap y'all heads off. It is 4:36. My girlfriend has work right now, and I honestly don't know what's next to do besides get more content posted and just try to be the best version of myself. There's still times in my day I get everything done, trading, content, one-on-ones with the team, and I'm just like, damn, what else can I do? And then that's when I really want to get into other things such as streaming. That's when I want to get into a clothing brand. I want to have other ways to be able to diversify my brand, diversify myself, to diversify my eggs so it's not all in one basket. I don't want to have all my eggs in just trading. I want to make $1 million trading. I want to make $1 million off of content. I want to make $1 million changing the world. But I want to be able to diversify also. I want to make $1 million running cars. I want to make $1 million giving people living like conditions, be able to make money off of rent. All of that, man. The sky's the limit. And I want to be able to diversify, but the only way we're going to be able to do that is to start from a foundation. Trading was my foundation to get my time back, to get my time back to focus on content, to get my time back to focus on content, to keep on building and make enough money to put it in other places. That's my goal. That's my plan. And I'm going to make it happen. So you got to ask yourself, do you have a goal and do you have a plan? And if you don't, set that goal, set that plan, and get to work. Simple as that. All right, so we were talking about Instagram, and since we were on the topic of it, let me make sure that this camera quality is valid. You won't be able to really see my view, but you will be able to see me. But like I was saying, back to Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram because I'm getting all my content posted and I'm getting all that done. And I was also answering questions on my story. Like I have hella questions that I asked, and I asked basically this: the hardest part about trading for you. And I got a whole lot of questions, so I'm gonna answer a couple of them. I answered a couple of them on my Instagram story. So if you want to get more free game, check out the Instagram. I'm gonna answer some other ones for you guys right here. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. I was asking my Instagram also, the last thing that I asked them, if they want me to start doing the Instagram lives again, because I used to go live every day on Instagram for the people. When I first moved into this apartment, I was live on Instagram every single day, just answering questions, Q&A every day. If you want me to start doing that again, let me know and I will. So let's get back into it. Determining bias. The hardest part of trading for this specific person is determining the bias. So when determining the bias, let's just say you want to figure out whether today's more than likely going to be bullish or if today's more than likely going to be bearish. You just got to keep it simple. Keep it simple, my boy. Look at London session's trend first. If London session was bullish, okay, keep that in mind. Because if London was bullish, the chance of New York being bullish just might be more likely than unlikely. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed, but it's more likely than unlikely. Boom. If London was bullish, now we're gonna go step 2. Look at the previous day. Was the previous day also bullish? If the previous day was bullish, London was bullish, more than likely I'm gonna look for a retracement or I'm gonna look for a continuation of the London move going into New York. Because if London's bullish, the previous day is bullish, and thirdly, if the overall week and the overall bias on the higher time frame is also bullish, more than likely today is gonna be a bullish day. Just keeping it simple. It's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. But from getting that bias, from looking at London session, from looking at the previous day, from looking at the overall week and the previous week, you're gonna get an idea, and then you'll be able to find other things such as false breaks, for value gap fills, big figure levels, Fibonacci. All of that stuff will come after the fact, but once you have your idea for bias, if the last couple of days have been bullish, London session was bullish, now you only know to look for longs. That's how I look for the bias. Keep it simple. Know how to trade, strategy works, but at times still let one loss wipe away my big win streak. Listen, bro, if you're watching this, I just need you to know that it's part of the game. That is going to happen, and that's human nature. We hate losing, so directly from us having losses, directly from us going on losing streaks, directly from us having to handle losses, we tend to go on tilt. We tend to try to make the loss back. We tend to do something to make us feel better. You're not alone. What you're doing is normal, but it needs to change. And if you're not going to change it, you're choosing to do it. You gotta become aware of why. Why are you going on tilt? What is leading you to wanna make the loss back? What is leading you to wanna get back into another trade, to break your rules? You gotta ask why, because everything's happening for a reason. You may not be aware of the reason as of right now, but that's when having a journal, that's when being able to go into your notes and see the patterns, see the notes, see what you're doing right or wrong, see the days of the week that lose the most, see the trades, the setups, all of that stuff that's working versus not working. You gotta understand that if you're letting one loss take you out the game, you're simply over risking or over leveraging on one trade. Simple as that. Ask yourself, why did you over leverage or over risk on this trade now? Based off of that, now you gotta stop doing it. Because everything happens for a reason. Every cause has an effect. You just gotta ask yourself why. And then based off of why, put systems in place to keep you from self-sabotaging yourself. My strat gets me paid, but when I don't see my setup, I still end up going and chasing the money. Less is more. There's not gonna be a trade every day, and that's one of the things. Your system more than likely works. Your strategy more than likely works, but not every day is gonna have your trade. Not every day you're gonna have a setup that's gonna fit your style of trading. And you gotta be okay with that. This is gonna come from back testing. I know I'm not gonna get a trade every day. That's also why I only need 3 trading days for the week for me to have either an L week or a W week. 3 days, that's all I need. All I need is a couple W's. And I had that confidence because I've gone into the charts, I've back tested. Because I've gone and back tested my system, my strategy, I see how often it happens. I see how often a win streak happens, how often a losing streak happens. And that allows me to have the confidence that when I lose a trade, when I win a trade, I can come right back. I'm gonna do the same exact thing again. Because from back testing, from forward testing, is giving me the ultimate confidence that I know myself and my system works. Okay? You gotta stop chasing. There's gonna be another opportunity. You're not supposed to catch a trade every day. You're not supposed to have a setup every day. Less is more. Train yourself to take days off. If I win 2 days in a row, I take the 3rd day off. Why? Because it allows me to practice discipline, practice patience, and also when I wanna make money, when I wanna catch a trade, I force myself not to, which is what? Discipline. Sticking to one strategy. A lot of people probably struggle with this, but this is simple. If you can't stick to one strategy, I don't know what to tell you, because stick to one thing. If it's not broken, don't fix it. You're switching strategy to strategy because you're not consistently trading. If it was working, you wouldn't be trying to switch it all the time. Simple as that. If you had a working car, why would you go take it to the mechanic? Because you don't think it has a problem, right? If you think it has a problem, you don't have confidence in it, and you don't have confidence in yourself. You're going to get confidence in yourself and system from experience, from getting reps, from using it every day, from journaling, from adapting. You're not immediately gonna take a system and immediately be good at it. You gotta adapt your trading system or plan to what fits you best. How do you know what fits you best? Experience. How does experience come? Over time. If you can't stick to one system or strategy, you will never be successful, because that is the easy part. Sticking to one system or strategy is the easy part. If you can't do that, you definitely won't have the discipline to hold yourself accountable when you take an L, when you take a W, all of that. So That's the easy part. And I'll leave it at this one. I don't want to give you guys too much. So patience, waiting for setup to present itself. I would say the best thing you can do is have a simple system strategy where it's like straightforward. I'm only looking for this, I'm only looking for this, and if it's not this, I'm not taking it. If you have something very specific and straightforward, you shouldn't be getting into trades unless you're supposed to, because then you're just waiting for your setup, your system, you're just waiting for what you're looking for. And if that doesn't happen, you shouldn't be in a trade. Getting better at staying away from the charts on the days I don't feel 100%. Less is more. If you don't feel that confidence in yourself, if you have that urge of, I don't know, just do nothing. Just do nothing. High to low time frame correlation plus entry precision, hands down. Okay, I'll leave it at that. So high to low time frame correlation, we'll start with that. So how, from high time frame to lower time frame, as above, so below. The same stuff that's happening on the higher time frame is the reason why the lower time frame is doing what it's doing. When you think of the lower and higher time frame, think of it like a microscope. If you keep looking, keep going, you're gonna keep going till you see a whole bunch of atoms. One's gonna turn to 2, 2's gonna turn to 4, 4 is gonna turn to 8. The lower and more deeper you start looking into the microscope, right? It's the same thing with the lower time frames. But if you want the overall picture, if you want to understand what's overall happening, if you want to know what you're looking at, and not just the little insides, the little atoms, you gotta go to the higher time frame. You're gonna have to zoom out. How do you correlate them? In my opinion, you just gotta have your specific time frames. My main time frame is the hour, the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly. My lowest time frame is the hour time frame. That is my lower time frame. And I correlate that with the overall trend of the higher time frame. I correlate that with the bias of what the higher time frame is doing. And then I mainly just use the lower time frame for my entry. That's really it. Use the higher time frames to get the idea on what the market is doing, on where price is trying to go, and then use the lower time frames to get a better entry, to get a precise entry, to make sure that you are able to be in the trade when it does move that direction. Free game. But yeah, with that being said, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I kind of want to clean my car, so I might do that. I'm gonna check the weather. If it's gonna rain or something in the next day or two, I might not do it. It says it's gonna rain in 2 days. It's 94. I might just get my car cleaned. I don't got nothing else to do. It's 6:45 in the afternoon, so let's go clean the car. They're looking further around. Most of the car washes are indeed closed, and then the ones that aren't closed are like 15 minutes away. And then I'm gonna be outside in the dark cleaning my car, because then there were self-car washes and they weren't the ones. So moral of the story, I'm not cleaning my car right now. I was gonna clean the car, but it is a little bit later in the day. So I don't know what I'm about to do. Gave you guys a lot of game. I'm about to chill in the crib, wait for my girlfriend to get home, and then figure out what we are indeed going to eat. And yeah, I mean, hey, day in the life of a trader. You guys want to know what it's like to live on your own, be your own boss. Sometimes you don't got shit to do. Keep it a buck. Sometimes it's just slow as fuck. All right, I'm in the car right now, and honestly, it feels amazing outside. Like, these are the summer nights that just feel great. Like, I wish I had the camera on when I was looking at the sunset, but it was just like orangey. It looked like something from Jimmy Neutron. No cap, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It looked like something that would be in Jimmy Neutron, really. But nah, with that being said, I'm gonna be ending the video off here. It's about 9 o'clock at night. I'm on my way home right now. And it's just another day. Today wasn't anything crazy. We took some L's, and it is what it is. I'm not perfect. I take L's just like anybody else. I just know that when I come back, I'm gonna make it all back, plus some. I'm gonna make it all back and make some more. You know why? Because I trust myself, I have confidence in myself and my system. And I know it's not the trading setups. The conditions just aren't the best. I know I'm not the only one getting clapped up right now either. Trust me, there's certain times of the year, certain times that your setups aren't gonna happen, and it's okay. You just gotta be able to be in the game so that when the setups do happen again, you can take advantage of them. Because if I would have blown my account, if I would have taken myself out the game today, I wouldn't be here on Friday, because I'm not taking trades tomorrow. So I wouldn't be here on Friday to be able to take advantage of any opportunities that present itself. But with that being said, if you want to work with me one-on-one, the first link in the description. The second link is the free trading training that will give you the 3 steps to becoming a consistently profitable trader. And with that being said, stay safe, stay busy, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's daily video.